huge. I thought that they were gonna bite us. I can't even talk now because my lips are numb. That was awesome. Dive your planet.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sage, owner and chief adventure concierge for Dive Your Planet. My passion is helping people live deeper, whether that's underwater or by helping out in their own community. And when it comes to being underwater, one of my favorite places in the world to be is Guadalupe Island, Mexico, with the great white sharks.
Earlier today, he was pointing us out how we get into the cage and where all of our emergency oxygen is, and the ladders we climb down, and just kind of the specifics on how we're coming down and going into this cage. And then he pointed out where one of the cages got bit by a shark, and plus also like a little dent for one of the tooth hit as well. So it's pretty crazy to see that happened just last week.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
Of the cage, I think.
What about
being in a confined space, but I'll get through it. And I'm not afraid of sharks, though, oddly enough. I think it's just the cage I'm a little freaked out about. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for getting me into this.
But there was no need to worry. We were on the best boat in the biz. Besides, we had plenty of time for a proper briefing on safety and shark behavior.
The scientists here, they think that when the shark breaches, it's for a non-predatory purpose. Some of the theories behind this would be the fact that a shark, when it's going to chase some prey, it builds up like an attack energy. And if that prey gets away, that attack energy is still left in the body. And so by reaching, it's a way of dispersing that energy that they've produced.
Ow, bloody hell, I missed him. What am I supposed to do now with all this built up energy?
Have you tried jumping out of the water?
Other theories are that they're just having a bit of fun. Or practicing.
Translation, we don't know.
You're also gonna see different kinds of scars all over their bodies. If the scars are close to the head, like on the nose, through the mouth, those could be hunting scars. Those could be easily broken ribs of a sea lion or of a seal.
Wow, where'd you get that scar?
I got stabbed in the face with a rib.
We have seen dolphins rarely around the area, but apparently when the dolphin shows up, the sharks, they don't want to mess with them.
They're always so friggin' cheerful.
We have seen, was it last year, Juan, that we saw some of the small sharks?
They have the Mako also.
Makos and great whites?
They don't come real close to the cage. You know, you might see them off in a distance and just come and check you out and take off.
No sweat.
If they would have come close to the cage and they managed to get through the bars,
Squeeze me?
what we need you to do is just lay down on the bottom of the cage. Don't freak out, don't try to come out of the cage. Because the shark is gonna be doing the same thing. He's gonna be freaking out with all the bubbles. And all he wants is out of the cage, okay? So what you have to do is you just lay on the bottom of the cage.
I recommend fetal position.
And he'll find his way out. These are more dangerous than the whites.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Historical Origins with your host, Ian from Canada.
A lot of people think that rock was formed through time naturally. In actuality, that rock actually about 500 to 600 years ago, it's unknown the exact time. It was actually created by the indigenous people of Isla Guadalupe, and they made that to warn off people from the island, warn them that there are a large congregation of great white sharks here. Unfortunately, the majority of the people that built the rock, 183 to be exact, actually passed away on the swim back because so many sharks ate them on the way back, and it devastated the population. Luckily, they were able to pass down through generations, and me being one of the remaining people that grew up and was born on this island, I was able to continue the story and make sure that people knew the real story of Isla Guadalupe.
There were people from all over the world, Canada, United States, Germany, England, and everybody was there for the same thing, to see some big sharks.
see yet, but it's still early.
7 a.m., the sharks were still sleeping, but Javier, he was just happy to be in the water. So what do when you're 30 feet underwater and there's nothing to look at? You throw a dance party. That's what you do.
Do this here, scuba gear, Aquaman, when the proof appears. Shoot to kill, when I make a hit. Anything less, consider flagrant.
But then Andy from Switzerland noticed something off in the horizon.
That's the sign from heaven. We will see a lot of sharks.
Brett, feeling lucky?
Oh yeah.
Any sharks back from your hometown?
Yeah, and they're all in the financial district.
And whether it was divine intervention, a good luck dance party, or a burlap bag full of fish guts, Andy's intuition turned out to be right. Because out of the deep blue, we finally saw our first shark of the day.
And as all of our eyes were glued on a 16-foot-long female named Lucy, at first, we didn't even realize that a second shark had decided to creep in on the action.
Always a great feeling. My heart is ready for this, and I enjoy always every trip, every dive. It's all the most beautiful creatures of our planet.
They are beautiful. But they weren't the only creatures that we saw.
Every now and then, the sea lions came out to play, hamming it up for the cameras as if they wanted the attention.
When you're underwater, you never know what you're going to see. In fact, on several dives, we saw that these sharks were...
They were pooing.
Yeah, that.
Not a lot of people can say they got crapped on by a great white shark.
It's not as glorious as it sounds.
Adam's right. It's not. But it was pretty funny. Seriousness, the shark action we saw was incredible. Check it out.
Wow, amazing. I never think that it could be so great to be underwater seeing these incredible animals. Since I was a kid, I always read about the white sharks, and I have in my mind for a lot of years the scenes of the picture Jaws, that it's something so weird, so strange, so unreal, that I'm very, very happy now that I can see them live. And well, you feel overwhelmed? I don't know how to describe it.
To be underwater with a 16-foot great white shark is surreal, and it's something that I wish everybody could experience, because it changes you. Baba Dioum, an environmentalist from Senegal, once said, "In the end, we will conserve only what we love. We will love only what we understand, and we will understand only what we are taught." Now, sharks are terribly misunderstood animals, and they are sadly disappearing faster than most of us realize. So right now, I would like to do one small thing to teach, so that you may understand, and in understanding, that you may love, and in loving, hopefully, you will help to conserve these beautiful creatures. So I want to show you some underwater footage of these sharks without any special effects. No fast cuts, no AC/DC music playing in the background, just you, the shark, and the sound of your bubbles. Because I want you to experience as much as you can through a video what it's like to be underwater with a great white shark. So humor me. Close your eyes. Come on.
Listen to the water. Listen to your bubbles. Now open your eyes.
Dive Your Planet is a Live Deeper Adventure Center, which means that we also help out in our community where we can. And while we were on the Nautilus Explorer, our group decided to pull together and help out a member of our dive community, a scientist named Mauricio, who actually lives on Guadalupe Island for several months out of the year researching these great white sharks. Now, we're still fleshing out the details on this, and we will be launching this campaign on Live Deeper's website at www.ilivedeeper.com. So stay tuned, check that out when it launches. We think it's going to be a fun way to help out Mauricio and ultimately help out sharks. Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our Guadalupe Island trip video, and thank you to the 6 awesome people that went with me to Guadalupe Island. Here they are.
I got racing behind me like I'm headed to Chicago. Swag on tap, yes indeed, it'll cost you. I consult myself cause I am the head honcho. Cooler than Keith while you're snapping like a longbow. Cause there's no need to get emotions involved. If I'm making a decision, then I go with the gut. They call me Tin Man just because I might seem withdrawn. I call him being the man, no ifs, ands, or whats. I pay my dues, now I'm paying loans. Look at me when I'm talking to you and get off the phone. Don't talk about it, be time about it. And tell your friends to pay the tab before they bounce about it. I'm serious, man, I'm a serious man. Don't believe me, you can talk to DJ or Kristen Nash. Young fatherhood hustling in the morning to the after hours, and it don't stop. There's no sleep when the moon comes round. There's no sleep when the moon comes round. I make amends with the day when I rest in the grave, but until then
The crazy experience that I had was with Elise. So we were in our cage and the shark bit at the bait and kind of swung around us, and we thought he was coming in our cage, and we like flew backwards, and then he just swam away with the food. That was completely insane.
Yeah, like actually how fast those things are. When they get going, like going after bait and stuff, they like all of a sudden propel like a rocket. What was fascinating was to see the force of their jaws going down on the bait, and how their body just kind of convulses and then like their gills spread out. I thought that was just absolutely amazing.
You get to have a whole new appreciation for a whole species that you really don't have much contact with, and it really dispels a lot of the myths that I think unfortunately the media really preys upon for ratings.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of those people that came in kind of thinking they're like these mindless, like they just eat all the time and that's all they do, and they don't really have any thought behind it. But no, they're incredibly smart. Like there were times when we'd make eye contact with them, they'll go their own way. Like they're not there just to eat all the time. Actually, I found out they don't even eat that often. Like what, every couple weeks sometimes, or a month. So
it's all still kind of a blur right now. I mean, I guess I'm still processing everything.
Since I was like 7 years old, I've always wanted to do this. So thanks to Dive Your Planet, I had the opportunity to see great white sharks. And we also saw dolphins, whales. I mean, I think we pretty much, seals, we pretty much covered everything. This is like the best trip ever. I still don't believe it happened.
Yeah.
Is this more dangerous than doing windows on a skyscraper?
This gray white window walk is not as dangerous as it gets. There's something over there.